All right. What's up, everyone? Let's see. Y'all pop in here. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. And tonight, we're going to be we're going to go ahead and talk about microgreens and plants if you all like. I'm going to be starting Whatnot real quick. And we'll be doing giveaways over there. I got the link up in the description on YouTube. Jan Lee, what's up? You can hear? Cool deal. So that's YouTube, right? And I'll be getting Whatnot stream up here in a minute. We're going to be having giveaways, and then we're going to be talking about how to make money on using social media. Texas, how are you doing? Texas D, what is up? Y'all let me know if you want me to do a giveaway on YouTube and Facebook. We have a little drawing over here, but like I said, over here, if we have it on YouTube and Facebook, whoever wins has to email me their address and all of that. So like I said, most people don't end up doing that. So I end up having giveaways, and I got a stack of stuff over here that hasn't been given away. The last guy did. It was Hank. But if you want to jump on over to Whatnot, I'm going to start that stream real quick and start a giveaway over there. But over there we have it like every 10 minutes. And it's real easy. There's a little button you push at the top. It says enter giveaway. You push it. You're in it. And then if you win, you don't have to do anything. I've got the label and everything just gets printed up, and I slap it on and just ship it to you. Let me get them started. Give me 1 second. I got another camera over here. It's still cold where everybody's at, or is it warming up? Just started warming up today.
When you come to our show and Whatnot, we not only show you how to grow superfoods like microgreens, we also teach you how to take these and grow them out into baby greens and mature plants. We make growing microgreens as easy as...
Let's see, go live. Who's in there? Kissack Kane shared the stream. Thank you very much. I fell asleep before the last show. Fairy Queen, how are you doing? I almost fell asleep before this show. Angie, hello. Janley, is it here? What's popping in? 2 Hummingbird? I got you. It's Mod. Kelly. KK, how are you? What is up? I am Kimberjack. Just woke up from a nap. Psycho. Yeah, I've been packing since this morning, and I just got done like 30 minutes ago and sat down, and I fell asleep in my chair too. Digit Solutions, what is up? Hey, let me do like we always do. Let me get a giveaway started here. Got to open this show. And YouTube and Facebook, we're just getting started over on Whatnot. I've got another. Miss Brown, how are you doing? Kim Kane, Gina. Who else slipped in there? Jennifer. What is up? Giveaways. We'll start off with some seeds. Thank you for double tapping. Appreciate it. Too cool. How are you? Alright, as usual, 8-pack of seeds. Going in the giveaway. Get y'all started when I get everything set up. Warming up. Good evening. So who's that? Texas is warming up. Beautiful here. Jan Lee, that's good to hear. What's growing on? Donald, how are you? Tari? D, how are you? You were new last night, right? Made it back? You look tired. Take a day off soon. Yeah, I haven't took a day off in like 7 years. Good, correct. Good to have you back. It shows. Thanks. Thank you. 7 degrees and it feels like minus 13. Anika, how are you? How are you feeling? Victoria, welcome in. And let's see, that says Jan Lee shared the link. Thank you very much. Howdy, hello, Eternal. Alrighty, so all you guys are popping in over here on Whatnot, jump in the giveaway. It's going to be a bunch of seeds. Hey from Australia, Abby, how are you doing? So Tari, welcome in. Okay, did Anika say she's out? Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm home now, a little better. How are you and Keely? Keely's doing a lot better. A little tired. We're over the flu and everything. Keely starts back on her treatment on Tuesday. Yeah, glad to hear you're home. Give some purple hearts. I see the little purple hearts for Anika. Can you do a giveaway? Can you only do giveaways today? Who's that, Von Von? But I'll be back tomorrow. Can only do giveaways today, but I'll be back tomorrow. That's all right, Von Von. Even if you just come hang out. Healer Ridge, how are you? I'm still getting over the flu. Taking time, a long time. Yeah, that was a nasty one, wasn't it? Good job, y'all. Doing better. A plus. All right, cool. Let me get some things set up. Do a quick little demo if anyone wants to see that. All right, I was going to talk about how to make money on social media. Y'all let me know if you want to talk about 2 oregano oil, black seed oil for a week. Join the Givey. And if y'all let me know if you want to talk about microgreens and you want to talk about like making money on social media. I'm starting natural antibiotic. Cool deal. Starting a group and it's going to help people. I've been working with creators for like 2 years trying to figure out how to help people. And I've been on social media for going on 10 years. So it's 2017, 9 years. I got hundreds of thousands of followers on like 4 different platforms, and things change all the time. So what I like to do is just help people make money on social media, and it's this isn't going to be for people to make $1 million, for people to be big influencers and that. This is for people to earn some extra money. So double click the screen. Yeah, y'all double tap the screen if you can. And if anybody's trying to grow your food, if you're doing this for hobby because you enjoy it, you know, that's cool. Everybody can keep doing that. Hello, Mike and Keely. Glad I caught you. Your live chat. Hey, how are you doing? Been a long time for me. Carol Ladybug, how have you been? There goes the first giveaway. Welcome in, Carol Ladybug. And you're in the group already, Carol. So the people who are in there, the first step is we're going to be in a Facebook group, and that's where I'm going to put the updates. And I'm building out my own like platform type deal, and we're going to be having private live streams. If people want to jump in, we're going to be doing a couple of different things. Everybody in here, just let me know if anybody does, if you've thought about trying to make some money on social media, but you just don't know what to do, and what's been holding you back. Patricia, how are you doing? Yeah, thank you for the purple hearts. And Anika, there's people on Facebook and YouTube dropping your little purple hearts in over there too. I hope you all are doing well tonight. Bobby, thank you. Yes, yes. Let's see. Will they eventually be on your YouTube? I don't do Facebook. Yeah. The what we're doing on Facebook is basically it's like a private group, and if you get in on it, if you don't get on Facebook, there's going to be so I'll have a platform there will be for affiliate links. What we can do is like email. So I'll make an opt-in page, and the people that don't want to go hang out in the Facebook group, I'll get your email and the stuff that we talk about in the group. I'll transpose that to an email and email the people who don't want to be in the Facebook group. But that's like just the first step as we build this out. I just kind of want to put everyone in one place, and we're going to have videos. We're going to build a course. Guys, there's one way you can do things. Like if you're thinking of like being an influencer or making videos and getting monetized, that takes years, right? I'd like to, but I can't seem to get organized enough to stay consistent with it. Okay, then this probably for you. I sell products I make for aquariums on Etsy. Awesome, True Mitch, how are you doing? But looking to learn how to use social media to drive traffic. Okay, yeah, that's exactly. You guys, this is like the best time, like in friggin' history, to use social media, even more than like the last 9 years that I've been doing it. Before, you had to work to build up an audience, and then your videos would get pushed out to your audience, and that's how you kind of built it. And if I put out a video, most of my audience would see it. Now they'll push it out to a certain percentage of them. So even if they have like 1 million followers, your content doesn't get pushed out to them, but they push it out to the right people, and the people that engage with it, um, they'll show them again, and then the people that don't, they won't show you again. So I've got some people who will see one of my videos and they'll come on and say, "Oh, good to see you again. I haven't seen you in like 4 months." And I've been on, some of you guys have been following me know I'm on social media like almost every day, right? What about selling from home? Yeah, selling from home is that's what we do, Von Von. We don't, we've been doing this full time we're going on 3 years right now and just working from our home. And that's what I love about Whatnot. And you guys people basically can start on Whatnot. You don't even need social media. What I like about social media is like right now, what we're doing is over on YouTube and Facebook, I've got my live streams running. And if my Wi-Fi was good enough, I could have TikTok and Instagram going at the same time. And all I do is over here, you guys on Whatnot, YouTube and Facebook, you see I've got a link, right? Facebook, I got to drop it in the chat. On YouTube, you can pin a post. So you guys on Whatnot who are just popping in here, over on YouTube, I made a comment and I pinned the comment and it's got a link to Whatnot. Facebook, you can't do that. So like the people are seeing it on Facebook, once in a while, like I just went in and just dropped another comment. And sometimes that's what when we get streaming over here, I forget. But I'll pop over there once in a while, drop a comment, and those people pop over here. So that's how I've been driving traffic to Whatnot, and just using the people. I'm streaming in vertical too, so there's a lot of nuances, and that's what we're going to go over in the group. That things change all the time. So live streaming over on YouTube and Facebook right now, this would look a whole lot better if I could actually have it landscape. And I just put my 3D printers over here on the side because I used to have this all full of plants too, but we're streaming vertical. You can't see any of that and can't see anything over here. So it would look better in landscape, but they're pushing vertical video. So you always got to listen and watch and see what's going on and lean into what's working. And some people, by the time they start doing it, they'll see enough people doing it that, the things have changed again already. So by the time they get ready and they've been filming like this and live streaming in landscape or horizontal, and by the time they go, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give it a try, and they'll flip their camera vertical, and by then 1 million other people have done it already. So you got to stay on top of trends. What's up, Maria? How are you doing? So right now, even though this doesn't look as good, I'm filming vertical because YouTube's pushing vertical video. So what happens is instead of it just being like just going out to like some of your followers, if you're scrolling on YouTube Shorts, once in a while you'll see live streams come up. So they're actually pushing the live streams that people are live streaming in vertical. They're pushing it into the Shorts feed. So you're getting organic traffic. So that's why I'm over here live streaming, even though everybody who is following me, who tunes into my live streams, have probably seen me doing this because I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 months now. Even though most of those people have seen me, and the people who want to come back will come back, and the people are like, oh, he's doing that thing again. I'm still getting organic traffic because I'm live streaming. I still get over 1,000 views on like YouTube on a live stream, and I think on Facebook, and I've been getting about 3,000 to 4,000 views. So if you go ahead and watch all the different trends and things that are going on and lean into it, that kind of helps. Now, you don't need to build a big audience, and that's the good thing. Like right now, all of you out there, and I see some of you all in here, you have channels in that already. But like if you're just starting out, people are just starting out right now, have just as much of a chance as like someone like me who's been doing it for years and have hundreds of thousands of followers. You can put out a piece of content tomorrow and it could go viral. Chances are it's not going to. You're going to have to, put some out, test it, analyze, give it a try. The chance of you just putting out one video and it going viral is like slim to none. But after you do a couple of them, you never know. Have you ever tried using Whatnot's RTM-based WebSocket tools with OBS? No, I've got it on this computer. Right now I've got like a real old computer. The battery on my laptop is actually swelling up. So I'm going to be putting another computer out here. I was just waiting for the cold weather. It's not climate controlled out here. Waiting for the weather to warm up. And I'm going to put a better computer out here that I can do it. But I would like to do that because you can do a whole lot more with this. Right now all I can do is like share my screen. So I can play a video or a clip or something. That's what you guys have seen me where I'll have the little video playing down below here. But with the Carrie, what is up? Yeah, yeah, but I've got it installed and all that. I've used OBS before, so I will get back into that. You can do a whole lot more with the streams and that. What's the most beneficial spot for us to watch you from? That's up to you. If you guys want to, it just depends on what y'all want. If I get into like doing the auctions and that and the giveaways, giveaway. You have to be over here on what my benefit of what? Yeah, giveaways. Here we go. Yeah, if you're on Whatnot, you can get in the giveaways. Yeah, anyhow, guys, if you've got questions, hello again, everyone. Let's see. Watching from Facebook. Not on Facebook. So Jen's not on Facebook either. I would like to get emails. Okay. And all of you over here on YouTube and Facebook, if you're interested in the membership, it's going to be starting this February, probably about March 1st. We're shooting to be done. We're putting it all together. It's pre-launch. And right now, it's $27 lifetime access. After it gets started, it's going to be about $35 a month, or the lifetime is going to be $1,200. This weekend, it's $27. You get in lifetime access. So once you're in, you're in. So if you spend 27 bucks, you guys are the OGs that are going to be in. And I put a link to it in the comments. It's the one for Etsy. And if you do that on YouTube or Facebook, if you use the Etsy link, and you guys, if you want to jump over to Etsy, let's see, Cheryl just got it. Welcome in, Cheryl. Over on Etsy, let me look at my name here. Let me tell you a little difference between Whatnot and Etsy. Can you give one of those away, a lifetime access? Um, yeah, I think I can. I'll have, let's see, wonder how I can do it. If I do it with seeds, I can do it. Maybe I'll do it with the seeds or something. So I'll do like the seeds. I'll make me a note, and I'll go ahead and get you set up with that. We'll do that next. Remind me. No, I meant in. What's going on, Bon Bon? I'm excited. I bought in. Yeah, yeah, you bought in, right? Yeah, that's good. Like I said, even hey, what's up, Cheryl? Even if you don't get started right now, I'm building it out. You're in. You're in. So you guys are gonna be the OGs, and um, it'll also help me as I go ahead and get it built out. Okay, on here, if you want to go to Etsy, it's mikevandoozy.etsy.com. Now, if you go over to Etsy and get it, you'll get a digital download automatically, and it'll have a link to the Facebook group for you to join the Facebook group. It's 27, so you just pay for that and taxes. Over here on Whatnot, what's included in the membership? You're going to be in. It's going to be a membership, and we're going to have live streams. I'm going to have tutorials. Um, I'm going to be making content. So if you're in the gardening space, that will be the most helpful because I'll be filming all my stuff and putting some of my content out there so you can take that and use it yourself. I'm going to teach you guys, if you don't know anything about editing, how to do simple edits. I'm going to show you how to use a simple editor, and then I'm going to make clips. So let's say you just grew this, right? So you just grew this, you can just film it. That's like kind of boring, just one little plant. But you can take my clips. I'm going to show you how to take my clips where you're going to get all the stuff that I've been doing. You guys can even film my live stream if you want to take clips from my live stream. I'll show you how to do that. But you can take my clips and you can take yours and put it together, and then you'll have more content. How will we access exclusive membership content? Right now, the first thing you're going to do, if you get it here on Whatnot, I'm going to send you a card, and it's going to have this is a sticker. It's going to be on a card. It's going to have a QR code, just like when we do this one has, my YouTube channel, right? And Amazon store. You're going to get one of these. You scan that. It's going to take you to my private Facebook group, and you ask to get in. What do you call it? Me and my wife, we approve everyone to get in there. So it's a private group. So you're going to get in that group, and that's where all of your future updates are going to be. So you'll figure out that way. I'm getting the platform set up. There's going to be different things. I'm going to teach you guys how to make content if you want. If you just want to share things that are going on. Gina, congratulations. There's going to be affiliate links. So I've got an online course. I've got an ebook. We can put that stuff together. And what I'm going to do is set up an affiliate program. So you guys, all you have to do is share a link to that course. You can say, hey, look what I grew, whatever. This is fun. This is easy. Anybody can do this. And this is where I learned to do it. And you give them a link. And I'm going to set it up so you guys make like 80% and I get only 20%. And 20% is just going back to running and setting everything up. I think it's going to cost, the initial thing is going to cost about $1,000, I think, just to set up the platform. But, what do you call it? So if you just want to share links to that, that's called being an affiliate. You'll be able to make money at that right away. And then all you have to do is keep putting out content, stuff. You don't even have to do a video. You can just have a picture and say, hey, do you want to grow food? Here. If you keep putting up pictures on Instagram, how many people out there are doing stuff like this? Right? You just do a picture and say, 4 days, 7 days. Right? You can just have a little picture and say, hey, I grew this. Want to grow without any nutrients? grow speckled peas. You make all kinds of content. I'm going to help you all do that. And then what you can do is like take my content too. You can use my content and put it all together. Those new adapters are coming along awesome. Yeah, aren't they? So nobody else is doing this, but you guys have been here for like months, right? Watching me do this. You see how easy it is. All of this stuff you saw me, I've been planting this stuff out on the show, right? You guys have watched me plant this right here, and it's been growing. So lots of you bought this stuff and you're growing it too because you're sending me pictures. You just have to take those pictures and put them on social media and put a link to the online course, and you can make affiliate commissions. Then what you can do, I can show you how to set up your own course. And once you learn how to edit videos a little bit, all you have to do is take my course, transcribe it. You can take the exact script and you can read the same script to the camera, put a couple of your pictures in, and make your own course and just put it up, right? Then you have something. You don't think you're making like a course that's going to be $5,000 or anything. Mine's 24 bucks right now. So put out something that's like 24 bucks. Gloria, what's up? I'm so excited about getting my adapters. Awesome. Yeah, everything's on the way. I just got done packing. I got the new adapter. What size mason jars do they fit? They'll fit the wide mouth. See, these are both 32 ounce. They'll fit the wide mouth, but they also fit the 16 ounce wide mouth. They just have to be wide mouth. I actually got this just in too. This is a generic one. You can see it doesn't even say mason or ball or anything, right? And that one fits in there. Anyhow, so if you can grow stuff like that, that's one thing. If I probably would be twice as big right now if I had people helping me when I first started. So if you've got stuff growing like that, you take pictures, you can post content. Anyhow, so that's one thing. So like I said, so you'll be able to make your own online course. You can put that up somewhere. And if you guys, sometimes it's easier like saying, here's the course. This is the course that I took that helped me learn how to do all of this. That's a little easier to sell than some of you don't have the confidence yet to put something up and say, here's my course, go buy my course, right? And people are like, who are you, right? So me, I don't care, so I'll just do it. But if you want to make your own course, you can, but I'm going to make it so that even if you don't want to, we'll have ours available. And then all you have to do is post a link and say, hey, this is how I learned how to grow. So if you guys look around and just think how easy we made this, and we're doing all of this, and nobody's out there is doing it, right? And if you guys know this, you've been around to all the channels, you probably watched thousands of videos by now, right? Everyone's trying to be the smartest person in the world, and they're just dumping information out, dumping, and I could go out and Google a bunch of stuff and just put it out there, but then people get confused. I'm that scary one, but I really would like to. Yeah, Nana, and this is what is going to happen too, everybody. So we're going to have a private group, and this is what we're in the private Facebook group. We can live stream there, but what I'm going to do is have like either use StreamYard or Zoom. And what we're going to do, it's going to be private. It's not like this on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatnot, and all of that, where just the general public finds us and comes in. It's going to be a private group, and we're going to go ahead and I'll be on here talking, and you guys can come on and turn on your camera. If you're a little shy, turn on your camera. You can come on like when you first start, and you can just turn on your audio and you can ask questions and talk. And then you come on like this, and we'll FaceTime everybody, be on a Zoom call, and you'll be with friends. You won't be going, it won't be going out to the public. And then it'll take a little bit of time, and after a few of those, you'll get used to just being on camera and talking with other people. And then it becomes easy. After you do that for a little while, then it's just like using the phone. You're grabbing the phone and doing it. So we're going to do things that it'll make everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. That's one of the things that kind of held everybody back in the beginning is just getting in front of the camera and just being petrified. Mike, the stuff you're teaching is awesome. Thank you, Gloria. But I want to help everyone because, the, look, when I first started, um, I didn't even know you can make money being monetized. So I was just wanting to sell a product. And we had made a microgreen grower out of a little plastic container. And the way I thought I would do was I didn't like coming on and just selling stuff. So I told my wife, I'm going to go on social media, which I never did before. And I said, I'm going to show people how to use it, how to do it. So if you guys have been watching my channel for years, that's why I've been coming on and showing people how to do things. And then I said, after a while, there's going to be some people that say, I don't have time to do it. You know, can I just buy one? Right? So I said, those people that do, I had my shop ready. I was like, sure, here's a link. So that's how I got started. Was I didn't come on and I wasn't constantly selling people. One thing you got to learn to like about social media and everything too. Like right now, I'm pushing people with a link to different platforms. They don't like that. But my channel's gotten big enough that I can do a little bit of that, and it's not going to bother it. Healing Garden. What is up? Hey, Mike. Let's see. Is this course group the same one that you did a year ago? I signed up for that. Do I need to sign up again? Yeah, this one's different. Were you in that Facebook group? You can email me. Let me drop my thing. I want to, but stage fright. Psycho case. Yeah, I see 100 people join, and then I think it's 200 eyeballs on me. Yeah, and you know what I did? My second video that's after my first one was a little stupid video because I just want to see how my camera worked and if I could actually upload a video because this was 10 years ago. So I just made a little one where I was looking at a plant and putting it in a cup. It was like a 15-second video. My second video I ever did on the internet, I think is still up. We were remodeling our bathroom and we had a fiberglass bathtub and it was out in the yard. So I took it and stuck it out in the field. We were farmhands on a 300-acre ranch. I put it in the middle of the field and I got in it, took my shirt off and got inside the tub so it looked like I was taking a bath. And I put my Chihuahua in the bathtub with me. I put a little crate for her to stand up, both of them. And then I had my hydroponic equipment. We had a little container and some net cups. I was making like I was washing it in there and just doing something stupid. And that was my second video because I said, when I was just getting started, I said, I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to put it out there. If people laugh at me, they laugh at me. And then I'm going to find out it's not that terrible. So I just did that at the very beginning, you know, and that helps you get over the stage fright that, you know, whatever people say and everything, you know, that the world goes on and you keep on working. My channel is small. I didn't monetize yet. Still debating whether I want to or not. Thank you, lifetime access available now. Yeah, is it a one-time purchase? Yeah, right now for all of you guys, you're going to be the OGs, the first ones that are in there. This is going to be a one-time deal. When I start putting this out to the public, they're going to be paying 35 bucks a month for like basic stuff. Their lifetime membership thing is going to be 1,200, which would cover about 2 or 3 years, I think, right? At 35 bucks a month. So, you know, this is something that people would jump in and what we're going to do, you can jump in a course that just teaches you like how to do Instagram or something. But this is going to be where you come in and I'm going to constantly be feeding you ideas because what I found was that a lot of people, a lot of creators, I worked with a bunch of creators over the years, is not much that they don't know how to do something or they don't know, you know, you need a good hook and you need to keep people's attention and stuff like that. The biggest problem is they run out of ideas because just look what we're doing. We're just planting, right? But if you guys have been following me, we kind of been innovating and we've been doing the downspouts. We did the garden towers with buckets. And then we came up with these adapters, and this was just asking everybody, what do you need, and trying to figure something out. So this is talking to your audience, listening to their needs and that, and finding something to help them out. But basically, what are we doing? We're putting plants inside a nutrient solution, right? And basically that's it. We're not using EC meters. We're not measuring the pH. We're not using pumps. We're not using filters. We're not using all this fancy stuff. We're not doing gardening. We're not doing weeding, tilling, composting, all of that stuff that goes into everything to grow some food. All we're doing is putting some plants in nutrient solution. And I've been doing this for 9 years, and I'm still making videos. But we do things a little different, right? So if you guys have been watching my videos, you see that, like, I just put one out, and it started out with a rotisserie, where you guys saw me plant some of the microgreens in a rotisserie bowl, right? I took that rotisserie container outside. My wife, it was funny, I went and got rotisserie. We grew some, so it was ready to film. I said, I need an intro, a hook. And this is something we teach y'all, is the hook is like the most important thing. You got to get people's attention, or you don't get anything. And what happened was, so I went and got another rotisserie. We already had that microgreens we planted here, and they were ready to go. So I went back out and got another chicken. I said, I can just start out and say, here's some microgreens, just like a million other videos, right? So I went out and got the rotisserie chicken, which the chicken has nothing to do with the video at all, right? But I started it out. If you guys saw the video on YouTube and Facebook, outside I have a table. I threw the container down so it would make a sound, right? And I slapped the chicken, grabbed it with my hand, and picked it up. And it actually, made a squishy noise, and I picked it up, right? That was the beginning. Right off the bat, people are thinking, what the hell is going on, right? So if they're scrolling, I love that video. Cool, thank you. So if they're scrolling, right, and they're watching, they're seeing plant videos, cat videos, stuff, right? They're scrolling, and then there's a chicken, and somebody just grabs it and yanks it out of the container. They're going to stop for a second and see, right? And then after they pull that out, I pull that out. Then I took the container, I was washing it, and then we went on to microgreens and never saw the chicken again till the end, right? So the chicken didn't really have anything to do with it. I saw that one with the roasted chicken, very cool. So that was me. I already grew the microgreens. I was going to do a video just saying, hey, don't throw out your containers. You can use them. But I thought, how do I get their attention? And what's funny is my wife didn't know all this was going on. She was taking a nap when I was filming and everything. And then when I was done, I actually grabbed it. I washed my hands. I went outside. I grabbed it, and I had a bowl ready next to me off camera. So when I grabbed it, I took it and I put it in the bowl. Turned off the camera, because that's all I needed was that scene, because I had already made the microgreens. I had already filmed the microgreens and grew them, and they was ready. I just needed that hook. So I went and bought a chicken. I went outside and grabbed it, put it in the bowl, turned off the camera, and I took it inside and I pulled it apart, and I made chicken and rice or something, and then put the bones and made some chicken broth. And my wife had that when she woke up. And I filmed that video, I made it, I edited it, and I put the video out. And she's sitting watching in the morning, and she had the chicken and rice. And she's watching that, and then she saw the very part where I grabbed her, and she was eating, and looked at her bowl, and she's like, what the hell? Right? She didn't know what was going on. But those are the things you do. That video got, I think, hundreds of thousands of views. It might have got 1 million views. But if I would have just started out and said, hey, I grew some microgreens in this bowl, how many people out there do microgreen videos, right? And how many people have seen, it's just another thing of microgreens, right? So you got to think, how am I going to hook them? And you can't do it on every video. If I keep doing that on every video, people get used to it. Another video that I did with, if you saw on here where we had the milk jugs, and we have all the plants hanging from there. So I did a video with that. Like I said, I could just show it and say, hey, look, we grew a bunch of stuff with milk jugs, right? But to start it off, I had this setting up. We had what did we build it at? We built a shelf out of 2x4s. So I went ahead and had these all set on there. And if you go watch that video, each one of these pop up, and I make a little popping sound. It goes pop, 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 like that. It's kind of hard to explain, but just go look at the video. So instead of just showing it, the very beginning is all these milk jugs popping, right? And that took a little bit. I'm going to show you guys how you can make videos just like that. How, you know, how I edit it. Once you figure out the basics, it's easy to do. It's just like when you see a little cookie commercial, I've got a plate with a cookie on it. You know, you take a picture of the whole cookie, then you go ahead and take a piece out, then you take another piece out, then you take another piece out, and then when you edit, you just cut so it looks like the cookie like disappears. Did the same thing with the milk containers. That video, I actually had another creator. I was talking to him and working with him, and it was on Labor Day. It was last year, and I said, milk containers. That was almond milk. Yeah, they make these. These are like really tough containers. I've had some that last like over 5 or 6 years because the date is still on it. I had some outside that were like 5 or 6 years old, and they were still good. And I was talking to him on. It was just before Memorial Day or Labor Day, and I told him what I was going to put up. That video. I said I just dropped it. I said I know it's going to click. And I said if you want, I was going to send him the raw file, and then he could put his own music or he could put his own voiceover. But I was going to give him my clips that he could use and put on his channel. And it wasn't his thing. He's just like, nah, thanks, you know, whatever. I said, okay. That video, by the time the weekend was over, had 1 million views. And it drove thousands of dollars worth of sales. So, like I said, it's the hook. And I seen some of y'all on here saying, yeah, the hook. You guys, I'm running my mouth. Let me put up a giveaway. See, when I get running my mouth like this, we can be here all night just talking. Here you go. Getting a giveaway. Let's see, where's the link? Joni Lund. Did you find it, Joni? I want to be in this. Yes. Facebook, I have to keep dropping it in the comments. So here you go, Joni, if you're still here. It's the one for Etsy is where you can go and you get an instant download. The one on Whatnot is where we're having the giveaways and everything. Obviously, we're listening to you, Mike. Oh, thank you, Tariq. Po Mary, how you doing? All good? Let's see, you're also amazing. Thank you very much. Let's see. Listen, Nika. Cool deals. All right, anybody got any questions? I love the video on the 5-gallon pails. Yeah, the 5-gallon pails too. Couple of those got millions of views. We're cold up here like the tundra. Holy moly! Don't tell me I just got the long johns off. We're in Florida. I wear long johns when it goes down to 30. Yeah, giveaway's going. We like listening to you. Thank you, Turi. Yeah, so if you're over on YouTube and Facebook, you can click the Etsy link and it'll have a download button. A lot of people miss that on the digital downloads, but what I do is I go back in like every day and I check my previous sales, and it'll tell me if it's downloaded or not, and I'll send you a message and tell you where to click. Some people miss that. Over here on Whatnot, if you guys purchase it, I'm going to send you a little card. This will be a sticker. It'll be on the back of a little card. It'll say welcome. And it's just going to have it'll explain a little bit, but it's just going to have a link to the Facebook group. And that's going to be our initial thing where we're going to get together. And then that way I can post, like over here, I can't post something and people won't see it. So I can say, we got the first videos up. I'm going to be having one place where the online course is. So you guys will be able to just get an online course for free. So basically, if you haven't gotten the online course for Keep On Growing, that's $24. This is only $27. Basically, you're just paying for the course and you get lifetime access. But I just want to do something, cool for you all. I see. Thank you. I'm home now, feeling better. Okay, it was asking Anika. Yeah, Anika's better. You were in there quite a while. Anika, was it a week? And everybody's saying it's cold. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, so everyone, and I want you to get in this mindset. If you're going to be like in my group, when I first started, like I was talking about, when we put the little tub in the yard and we got started, I didn't know you could get monetized, and that wasn't even on my radar. I was trying to sell things. So I kept watching videos just like y'all watching. And let's see, 1 second here. I'm trying to keep up while at work. Can someone DM me the link to the group? Yeah, for the group, you're gonna have to get the lifetime access for that because we're gonna match you up the names to the people who bought it. So that's the $27. Next week it's gonna be 47, and then the fourth week it's gonna go up to 97. Anyhow, so I was watching videos and then I saw people talking about being monetized. And way back then, there wasn't a whole lot of people that were. It was just starting, right? So I said, oh, I'll go ahead and try and do that. And Anika just got the lifetime. So Anika's going to be in there with us. Awesome. Is this a lifetime access? Only available tonight. This is, you can get it. Online access is going to be there like forever. But right now it's only $27. And that's this weekend. By next weekend, it's going to be 47. And that's still a deal. By the last week of February, it's going up to 97, which is still a deal. It's 100 for lifetime access. After that, lifetime access is going to be $1,200 or $35 a month. So if somebody thinks they're going to be in it, I want people to think like long haul, like I'm going to be doing this a long time. And oh, congratulations. Y'all want another giveaway? There was seeds. Hey guys, I'll do one giveaway. You guys like these new adapters, right? Want me to do one giveaway with that? Yes? All right. Let's see, adapters. All right, there's adapters. So this will be a set of these. You get one of the shallow ones and one of the deep ones. Oh, and somebody, let's see, I've never seen those before. Yeah, we just like last week, I just introduced that one. And then just last night was the first time everybody saw that. And that's what we planted these last week. And everybody's watching these from last week. So we just grew that. So guys, this is the thing too. If you're in the garden space, right? There's lots of gardeners out there. Those people are like think spring's coming up. What do you have to do to plant a garden? Right? Right now, either you've been composting all winter or whatever, you got your compost ready. You got to go out and start tilling up the soil. You plant everything. You got to thin it out. You got to irrigate. You got to keep weeding. There's all kinds of stuff that you do, right? And you have to make content at the same time. Where can I purchase the lifetime? Raphael, it's in the shop. And just click the buy it now button. And there should still be some in there. And so you've got a lot to do. And then if you say, I want to teach people how to grow, blueberry plants or whatever, or grow tomatoes, it takes a while for them to get out there, get the land going, get all this stuff going, and what do you call it? You go ahead and film all of that. It takes a while to actually film. Just like if we were doing crafts, if my wife said I want to show somebody how to make painting out of pasta or whatever, and we go up to the craft store and just buy the stuff, and we come home today and film a video, right? If you got to grow plants, it takes a while to grow the plants, right? So it takes a while. Raphael, we see you in there. So gardening itself and being a gardener and filming is a little bit stressing, and it takes a long time to do it. On top of that, there's a million people already doing it. So you're competing with all of those people. So if you're not doing anything different, and I'm talking to some other gardeners right now, and they're doing the same thing, just like, we're going to plant marigolds. We're going to plant chives or whatever. And we're like, there's a million videos like that already. You've got to be a little bit different, right? So this is different. And you guys can do this. You guys have been buying these and doing that. You go ahead and do this and film it, put it out there. There's not a whole lot of people doing it right now. So if you do microgreens, you can film, plant, harvest, put videos out, and you can go ahead and do it again next week and do it again next week and have a different crop. And there's a million different ideas that you can do with it. You can have taste tests with it. You can, everybody, how many people have been asking for recipes from me, right? You guys see them all on here, just, hey, what's some recipes? How about a cookbook, right? But, we're spending all the time, we're actually making all these products and putting them out and pack. Like today, I got up this morning before the sun came up and started packing orders from last night. I just got done like 30 minutes before the show started. And then we jump on the show, right? So I really don't have time to do a whole lot of recipes. But all of you that are out there, if you're just starting out, you grow a little bit like this. What did that take, a week? You guys saw me plant this last week, right? You plant that, do a little video. It doesn't have to be a fancy one. You see all these different videos, but think of a different angle. What I've been trying to go with recently, and all of you can jump on this train, is that people are telling everyone to use microgreens. How do you see everybody using microgreens out there? Will you maybe give tips on filming in the community? Yeah, I definitely will, 4Cheese. I'll give tips on filming. I'll even film some for you. It'll be like B-rolls where I won't be in it. But like say, we'll take this and I'll put it on a nice background. Take pictures of it. Give you all those pictures. I'll put it on a little rotating tray and I'll film it. And I'll even put up clips that you can take and use. And it won't have me in it. So it'll be like your videos. So with the membership, you can watch the learning videos as well as video. Yeah, everything, whatever we share with y'all, I'll have somewhere where you can always go back to it and watch it again. We'll try to keep it somewhat organized. 14 memberships sold. Awesome. Cool deal. It's going to be fun to have you all in there. Ashley, congratulations. Julie Bone Mama, you bought the membership. Good to have you in there. And it's going to be fun, guys. And there's a bunch of different ways. It's hard to explain everything all in one night. I could come on here like every night and talk to you for hours. But there's a myriad of ways to actually make money. Okay? Let's see. I am all over the place. Where can I buy it for $27? Wolf Tucson, just go into the, is it on this side, guys? Where it says shop, and then click on the buy now button, and it should be in there. So if you don't think like what I've been doing, if you guys see like I've got a big audience and we're selling here and whatnot, I've got my Etsy shop, I've got like my ebook, my course, I've got stuff all over. You're not going to do that all at once. So I'm going to take you through like simple steps so you can get set up. What you want to do is at least get some money coming in, right? So I want to do that. If you're saying I want to be monetized on YouTube, that's going to take years to try and build up unless you go viral, which rarely happens. That's like less than 1% or 1%. What you want to do is figure some other stuff out. On my way to getting here, Angie sells a lot. Welcome in. One thing that we were doing was just flipping items, and this was before lockdown. Me and my wife were going around, just like Gary Vee was saying, to flip stuff, and we were going to yard sales and thrift shops and looking for things. She would find purses, and I didn't know what the name brands and all that were. Lots of you ladies in that are out there, right? Michael Kors and all these brands. She would find these, and it's harder right now because everybody, their employees all have phones and they know how to scan stuff and figure out what prices, right? Back years ago, they didn't, and you could go in there and find like a designer handbag for like $10, and she would see it. And she'd grab them, check them and everything, make sure they're all right. And she stopped by like a church sale one time, and we stopped, got out, and she went up to a table, and they had this round table, was about that big, full of purses, and somebody had just donated them, and they were full of designer bags, and my wife was just grabbing them. They're all marked $5 a piece, right? Nana, congratulations, welcome in. They're $5 a piece, and she grabbed them. I like had armfuls of like purses and that. The people at the church were happy because they were making money. It was donated, and my wife gave them like extra whatever. But she took those and bought them for 5. She came home, listed them on Facebook Marketplace or Poshmark or something, and I kid you not, by the end of the day, she was selling some of those for like $95, $150. Like they as soon as she was posting them, they were selling. So there's different things that you can do. When I'm driving down the street, I don't have room anymore because I've got plants and 3D printers everywhere. When my garage was a little more empty, if I saw something on the side of the street, there's a cast iron sink. You guys know how heavy a cast iron sink is, right? Our little tiny car, I would stop and pick it up and put it in there. Most people wouldn't do it because it's just heavy and looks like an old sink, right? I'd pick it up, put it in the back of the car, come home, take about 20 minutes washing it, scrubbing it, scraping the old caulk off, list that on Facebook Marketplace, and I'd sell it for $150. Because you just, when I'm driving now and I see something, it actually kills me because I don't have the room to do it or the time. And I'll see something on the side of the road and I'll see money. You know, most people would just see piles of trash, and it'll look like money to me, and it kills me to drive by it. And my wife knows it, and I'm like, man, I could sell that for $50, right? But it's worth more of my time, you know, coming and keep the 3D printers and stuff running. But some people don't see that. So there's different things you can do to get started that's going to fund your way. And then when you can do kind of things like that to have money dripping in, and then you can keep making content. If all you're doing is just trying to get monetized on these platforms and you keep putting out content and you're trying to get people to like and subscribe, how many times have you all heard me in my videos say, hey, give this a like and follow me and subscribe in that? And I hate doing that. You probably make more followers. I could probably have twice as many followers if I did that on every video. I don't like doing it, so I don't do it. So all these things that people are saying you have to do, you don't have to do things. I actually do things that people say you can't do. It's just my nature. I know I shouldn't do that, but I like doing it the hard way because I can show people that if I can do it this way, then there's easier ways that you can do it. Sell it and buy another 3D printer set. Yeah, yeah. You're good, Wolf. Oh, sorry, Wolf. Did I miss something? Yeah, and if you all have any questions in that, make sure you put a question mark and it'll turn yellow and I can see it in the chat. But so if you don't want to go out and flip things, like I said, that is a little harder because especially Goodwill. Now they're keeping all the designer things and they're putting it up on the website instead of actually putting it on the floor. But you can find like estate sales, yard sales and that. Affiliate marketing, you can always get into that. Right now, if you guys get on like TikTok or something and you just start throwing out like content that's interesting, you build a little bit of following. If you can go live on there, you can become an affiliate on TikTok. And I'm sure if you guys, anybody who's been cruising around on that platform, you've seen right now, to me, it looks like a third to half of the things that you come across is like TikTok shopping. Like people like, and most of those aren't people selling their own stuff. Like I can go on there, put my stuff on Shopify and link my store and sell my product. Most people selling stuff on there are just affiliates. They don't own anything. And what they do is they come on and they just promote a product and they get an affiliate commission for it. So that's like something that's really big on there. Will the membership be available for 27 tomorrow and Monday? That's my payday. Yeah. Pijo, it's going to be 27 up until next week. When I go live next week is when it's going to go up to 47. So it'll be all this week. No problem. Can you pin the buy it now? Yeah, let me see. That's a good idea. See, that's why I got you as a mod. There you go. All right, that makes it easier, doesn't it? Maria said you should have did that an hour ago. Cool deal. Maria just got it. I'm in. Awesome. Good to have you. So, look, and guys, even if, like I said, there's a million ways to do things too. So basically, like if you're running a business, you can take this is the way it works in the past. You would go over and ask somebody to be your social media manager, or you go to an advertising agency or something, say we need content, right? And they would go over, film a bunch of content, put it out, and they would spend a bunch of money on these. And then that would be their test. And then they would say, this one did best, give us more money. And they dump their money into the one that did best, right? So they're spending money to figure it out. Nowadays, you can do all of that for free. So you go ahead and you make content. And it doesn't matter if all of them are good or not. You're putting out content, you're just testing it. So as long as you do the right things where the algorithm can figure out what your video is about and who they're going to show it to, you'll get the right eyeballs on you. So you don't need a million eyeballs on you. You know, you just need 100 eyeballs on you if it's the right 100 eyeballs, right? So the algorithms are working for you, and instead of working to build a big audience in the beginning, you can get the right eyeballs on you, you can make sales. So right now it's easier for people who are new because people like me, it's already got a lot of data on me. So when I put out a video, it puts it out to those kind of people. And most of those people see my videos already. And if it puts it out to them, and we've been doing the same thing, if I do this like every week for like 6 months, right? Would you come back on and still watch the same one? You want to see something a little different, right? If you see the same thing, you'll go, oh, I already saw that. So it shows it to your initial audience at first. When you're new, there's no one to show it to, so it tests. So you're doing that testing that all of the social media managers and the marketing agencies were spending money to do. You actually get to do the test yourself for free. You just put the content out. And if it doesn't do good, it just means it wasn't that good. And you go ahead and analyze and test it. And what we do is we're going to go through videos and show you, like we were talking about the hook, right? Believe it or not, we live in a world that's like 3 seconds long. If you don't catch their attention in 3 seconds, they're gone. And they're off watching cat videos or a fail video or the NFL or something, right? So you got to catch their attention. So you analyze your videos and go, okay, this one wasn't that good, or this one did hook them. It didn't keep them afterwards because you had a hook that didn't really, pertain to it. So like that chicken one, right? I grabbed the chicken, that hooked them, right? But then if I just went into making microgreens like this that had nothing to do with that chicken, the reason why I showed the chicken was that I pulled the chicken out and I grabbed the container and then pushed the container in the soapy water and started washing it. So there was a little bit of continuity. So they're going, okay, he's keeping the container, he's not keeping the chicken. Oh, somebody said giveaway. It said you're running your mouth too much, Mike. You keep forgetting to give away. There we go. There's some seeds. But since I did that and there's continuity, you got the hook, but then you keep them there. You can get a hook. You can do something stupid and have somebody like dump water on your head and people stop for a second and see what's going on, right? But then if you go right from that into planting a microgreen, there's got to be some kind of continuity into it. So that's what we kind of teach you. But the hooks, like everything, that's what I see. Like 80 to 90% of the people, that I'm trying to help are not doing it all, and I can't stress how important that is. And they think that they're all like Joe Rogan or something, right? So they'll have like their long form videos where they come on and they just talk for 30 minutes or whatever. And then they'll use AI to cut clips out of that. And if you don't know who that person is, if you just come on here and you never see me before, and I'm just talking and I'm here just talking about a plant, either you got to really want to know what's going on with that plant, or you're just going to skip ahead, right? If Joe Rogan clip pops up and you're a fan, you're going to be watching every single clip. So they all think they're like that. So they go and they cut a bunch of their content. They put up 30 seconds clips of them just talking, they don't even edit it or anything. They just put up like a 30-second clip and put a bunch of those up and then wonder why nothing's happening. So we just got to come to the realization you're competing with everyone out there. So you just got to be a little more cunning in the way that you put out content, and just speak to people like you guys. I feel like y'all are my friends, right? And you come over and you're just speaking to a certain crowd. I don't need to, like, I've got 1 million followers on Facebook, right? I don't need to speak to 1 million people if those people aren't like really my ideal people that I want to talk to. So you guys can put out content and you can have a video get 1,000 views, and then you might, lean into that, make another one like that. You might get one that has 10,000 views, but you might drive more traffic to an affiliate link, or you might drive more traffic to your Etsy shop. You might be selling something. You might drive more sales than somebody that has like 1 million followers and all these people pop on. I don't know if you saw, there was like this one influencer. She had millions and millions of followers, and who's that? Darcy is in, and everybody's popping in. I see the little thing popping up here once in a while. Welcome in. She had millions of followers, wanted to make merch, and she made t-shirts and came out, and she didn't sell one. And she had millions of people, right? And she was crying. And the thing is, and I've told people this when I've been helping creators for a while, because people kept asking me, do you have merch? And Kim Kane, welcome in. I said, I don't really believe in merch. And they kept asking. So some people would, and finally I made some and put it up, and a couple people bought it. And they said, why don't you like merch? And I said, I haven't built up enough trust with my audience. I said, basically, I want to give more than I receive. And when you ask somebody to get your merch, you're asking, you're taking, you're receiving, you're not giving. And people don't see that. They go up and they make merch and they're like, hey, I finally got some merch, go buy my stuff. And then they wonder why no one buys it. You're asking them to do free advertising for you. If you guys all got a Keep On Growing shirt and walked around the store, is that helping you? Right? And it's a fancy shirt or whatever, but you'll see Keep On Growing, it's advertising me. So I'm asking you to do something for me. So I'm receiving, I'm not giving. So I said I want to give more over all the years. And then people are like, can I wear your shirt? Can I, and then I'll go ahead and make one. But did I sign up? Who's that, Jamon? You can go back to the tabs and it'll have sold, and you can look through there and see if you did. Or you can click the activity tab at the top and it'll tell you if you made a purchase. And if not, just DM me and I'll check. Oh, we got a giveaway. It's going to get drawn. Anyhow, so anything that you ask to do, if I ask you guys to like, to subscribe, to follow me, to go do this, everything I ask you, that's me receiving. And most creators don't see it that way. They just think that's just what everyone does. And I'm like, before you do all that, you need to give first. And then people are like, okay, and they don't mind doing it. But they'll get on there and all they do is ask you to do this, ask you to do that. They're always asking. D! See, I love that. That's why I love Whatnot. D just joined us last night. She was brand new. First time purchase. First time in the show. We shipped some stuff off to you this morning, D. And then she popped in here and she won the giveaway. Somebody said if I could give away one of the, did somebody still need that, the lifetime access? It was there, but it's in the Buy It Now button on the bottom of the screen. Yes. Okay, look, I'm going to do one. Danielle just purchased. Welcome in. All right, this is a seed giveaway. Let me write this down. If anybody, whoever wins this one, if you haven't got the lifetime membership yet, Number 5. I'll include the lifetime membership in this giveaway. $25 memberships. Awesome. So we got 25 people in there. And that's not even counting people on Etsy and that too. All right. So this, you get seeds, the giveaway. Whoever wins this, if you haven't got the lifetime purchase yet, let me know and I'll include that in it. How did you get into the 3D printing? It seems designing the 3D prints would... Yeah, well, that's the thing. See, I don't want you guys to think from the very beginning you're going to like start tomorrow and get to where I'm at. I've been doing this for 9 years and we haven't taken a vacation. We don't go. I enjoy doing this. It's not like I'm a slave to stuff. We enjoy doing this. I've been wanting to do my own thing since I was 17. And I got into hospitality industry and work like 80 hours, you know, and some of you guys who've been there, you know, I've done all of that. I love doing this. But what do you call it? I keep looking at different ways. I keep asking my audience what they need, try to figure things out. I've always wanted to make things, and back years ago I thought about like doing injection molding and making the products instead of physically making it myself, each one. And every time I looked into it, it cost tens of thousands of dollars to set up a prototype. And on top of that, then you've got thousands of dollars worth of product that you have to buy because they don't want to build a prototype from you if you're not going to be buying product, right? So you're talking about 20, 30 grand to like set up each one. Now, if I go over and set, how many adapters have we got now? Like 8? You know, you're talking like almost $1 million to set up a bunch of prototypes and to build up some stock. So all of that was always out of reach. And so I would do a lot of different things. We made downspouts and pictures of the downspouts that you saw in there during lockdown when we couldn't go to work anymore. My wife was painting murals. All of a sudden our work went from here to 0 overnight because we couldn't go out, right? I started selling the downspouts, started doing it buy one, get one free. So I've always like tried to find something different, and then we made the end caps. I got a CNC machine. I didn't know how to run it. I used YouTube. I figured it out. I sat there and watched hours and hours and hours of videos. You know, lots of people aren't willing to do that. So I knew nothing about CNC machines. So I had to learn it, learn how to code, learn how to make my own code for what I needed and program it myself and fiddle with it until I got it right and started doing that. Then I decided I'm not doing that anymore. We were just making videos. I was making enough by just making videos on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and all that. I got monetized on all those different platforms. So I had enough coming in from that because there was enough people during lockdown were like watching videos like how to grow your own garden, right? So I started doing that. When that outpaced like my product sales, I eased off on the product sales and I just went on to making content. And that's why you guys see me on all these platforms. Well, now things have kind of turned a little backwards, and you hear like creators will like be doing good. They'll change a little something with the algorithm. You're always hearing like traffic bottoms out. Start again to have like ad apocalypse. You know, it goes in cycles. So I'm always looking for different things to do, and people were asking me for like easy ways to grow we were all growing microgreens, and what was the problem that we were all having? You know, that we forget to water it, and you come home and a whole tray of microgreens will be dead. All the seeds that you paid a lot of money for were just down the drain. And if you had several trays, you know, and it happened over and over, it gets a little disheartening. But we wanted to grow microgreens, so I had to figure a way to do it where it was making it easier. So I didn't sit somewhere and just say, what kind of product can I come up with? And just came up with it. I thought, what kind of problem are we having and what can we do to solve that? So some other person that I know that was telling me about CNC machines had told me you need to get into 3D printing. And that was like a year before I even started. I was like, okay, you know, I just learned how to use CNC machine and everything and went through learning all of that. So I put off for a year, but then I sat down, watched the videos, and just learned enough. If you guys watch all these other people here on Whatnot that have 3D printers and do it, they'll laugh at my stuff. Everything's white and everything's not like just perfect. Some of the things, you know, like I put seam in the back. I don't know if y'all can see. You know, there's some little things like a little seam or something that they would just like have a heart attack about. But I'm like, it doesn't need to be perfect because we're putting it under the water and under the rocks where there's no plants, right? So I know that I need to design something, and I don't need a machine that's really big that's going to make a cosplay helmet, right? Or a big dragon. I need something that's going to make this little adapter. Who won that? Metcalf. Congratulations. Metcalf, do you have the lifetime subscription yet? Are you in the lifetime membership? And let me know if you're not, then I'll include that on yours, all right? Guys, this is going to be the adapters again. Let's do another giveaway with the adapters. And if y'all see if Metcalf answers, let me know. Hey, Mike, don't forget to auction those adapters that are not perfect. Okay, hey, let me see. I'm going to do this real quick. All right, here's adapters. Anyhow, so I learned how to do 3D printing. I really got into it. It's that I sat down and learned what machine was going to help me out better, which ones were beginner friendly, because there's $1,000 machines that are out there, but they take a little bit of learning, right? I found one that I could take these machines that I have. It right now I'm using FlashForge Adventure 5M. I can set it up. I pull it out of the box and set it up in 15 minutes and have it running. So that's what I needed. The first one I had to take out and build. It took about 30 minutes. Not too bad. But the other ones were, they were talking like a couple of hours putting stuff together. I found one that I can pull out 15 minutes and don't have to fuss with it. It self-calibrates and all of the features that I needed. And then I just got a bunch of those machines, the same ones. I just start doing that, and I learn enough to make what I need. And if I need to print something like a cosplay helmet, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. And I get a machine that just prints one color. They've got these big fancy ones that have all these different spools and 4 colors and all of this stuff going on. It wastes a lot of filament because it's like changing colors and everything. I try to waste as little as possible. That's how I keep the cost down and everything, and dial everything in, and lean into that, and that's all I do. So everything else is like a distraction. So if I want to go print like a little frog or print, these other things, that's what I was doing. The gnomes, you guys saw the gnomes, right? And I do so much of the gnomes, and I'm like, that's taking away time from what I need to be doing. So that's why I just gave them away one night. I auctioned them off. Is because I just need them out, because it's a distraction. You need to pay attention to what, keep your eye on the ball. Let's see, do you patent any of your products? No, we don't patent it. By the time everything's changing, what do you call it? If you go into Walmart right now, what's this, a ball mason jar, right? Ball mason jars. If you go into Walmart, I haven't got a 3-inch net cup. They've got a net cup. This is how some people started out growing cracky. They put the net cup in here and take your plant and put it in there, right? And started growing here before you put it in the bigger containers. Ball mason jars is in a canning and everything, right? A whole company, they sell millions of jars for people that are canning and preserving, right? They've got a kit now that has this, and it has a net cup and a little bit of nutrients, and they've got that on the shelf like they needed anything. So they're taking that away from like the little people that were doing this. So anytime anybody does something, some big corporation is going to come along and find some way that they can do it and put it up there and make a little bit of money at it. So by the time I do all of that, spend a lot of money, somebody's going to come along and just pull the rug out from under you. What we're leaning on, and that's why I said all of you can take advantage of this right now before anything happens, is that we're doing something that nobody else is doing. Nobody's really doing this, right? Somebody can take this idea, and I've given it to some people, and they print it in that. If they take this and just print it up and put it on the shelf in Walmart, how many people buy it? Right? How many people even will know what it is or what to do with it? So what we're leaning into is that people are coming here and we're educating them and showing them how to do it. And if anybody wants to take, like if you want to take some, and there's a couple of people that are on here are wanting to sell it at a farmer's market, right? So what they need to do is take it and grow some plants like this and go out to the farmer's market and do a demo like you guys come on here and you see me doing it, right? But if they take it and they go in a consignment shop and just set it on the shelf and just put it up for sale, who's going to know what it is? So that's what we're leaning into, is that what's selling it is us, right? And so all of those people we're doing it. Even if a big corporation just takes it right now, they'll have to put money into like have personalities like educating people on what it is. So what we're looking at is we're not looking at like trying to sell it to the world. This is just money that's getting us by right now. And I'll keep innovating and keep thinking of different things. Like these things weren't here, right? We've been on here 3 or 4 months on whatnot. We didn't have this, right? Now we have this. And all we do is listen to people and see what they need, and we come up with something else. So I know if it was something that was like unique, like the light bulb or something, I might. Here goes a giveaway. My neighbor didn't even know what microgreens were yet. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're doing, is we're out there and we're educating people. Danielle, congratulations. So there's a lot of people out there, like I said, and what you guys can lean into. I started talking about this in the very beginning. One thing we can all lean into, and other people, sooner or later it's going to catch on, and other ones will do it. But every microgreen grower right now, how do you see people using microgreens? When you see them on a plate, whenever they show how they're using it. They might have a salad, right? Sprinkle in a salad. Someone says salad, right? How else? Like garnish, right? They have like eggs or a steak or something, right? Sprinkle a little bit on. Sandwich, sprinkle a little bit on. Smoothies, right? Toss a little bit in the smoothies, right? What we need to lean into is that people need on a pizza. Keisha, is that Keisha? Just bought in. Awesome. Welcome in. I cut pea shoots in my eggs this morning. See, there you go. But people need to be, if they're looking at like the health content, the nutrient content and stuff, they're basing that on like per 100 grams. And you guys, you remember when we cut the pea shoots last night? That big container we had? That was about 100 grams, right? But how many people eat that much? And how many people show that? So you guys can come on and start like growing your own, doing videos, and just say stuff like that. Go, hey, if you're eating microgreens, and show them. And I'm going to be making some videos like this too, so you guys can take clips in that. Show a little fancy plate. Just take, they've got like copyright free videos with it too, them showing it. Jerry, bless the chat. Thank you, Jerry. Hey, here's a giveaway from Jerry. All right, this is a set of adapters from Jerry. Yeah, y'all saying thank you, Jerry. I see that. Thank you, Jerry. There you go. Y'all getting that giveaway. Anyhow, the videos you can make is like you can show a little fancy plate with them sprinkling on the microgreens, and you can say, don't do that, or stop this, something that's going to get people to stop in their tracks, go, you're doing it wrong, slap the plate out of their hand, something like that, and then explain, hey, you need to be eating more microgreens, eating a little bit of microgreens like that. If you're just taking this and sprinkling on a little here and there, and you're doing it for the health benefits, that's basically like taking your multivitamin, crushing it up, and taking a tiny bit and eating it and throwing the rest away. Right? So you can educate people that, just like we're saying, you need to grow a lot of microgreens. And what we're going to try to teach people now is that when you grow it to the baby green stage, right, they're saying that this has more nutrients than the mature value. And we'll go into like they say like up to 40 times. That's what I argue with people all the time. And they came up with this thing. There was one type of microgreen, that was broccoli, had one type of nutrient that was 40 times more than its mature counterpart. So they include all microgreens like that. If you guys go to a farmer's market, they're going to go, microgreens have up to 40 times more nutrients. And they all say that, right? And you go, well, which microgreen and what nutrient? And they don't know, right? And then you go, well, if it's not that one, then how much does that have? and they don't know. They just know that one thing that got said or was in a study 12 years ago, and they all just keep saying the same thing. So your plants won't go from this to the mature plant. It's not going to lose all of that nutrients just going to the baby stage, right? So it might lose a little bit more when it gets bigger. Believe it or not, there's some plants that were in the study that the nutrients went up instead of down when it got some of the mature plants have more nutrients than the microgreens, but they don't want to say that. So what we're going to be doing is like educating a lot of people on all these different things, which all of the growers, if they're out there selling microgreens, they should know all of that. And if you ask them a question, they should know the answers to that. And I guarantee you 99% of them don't right now. My arugula sprouted, but it's very small. What did I do wrong? Mary Lou, you might not have enough light. Light's one of the biggest factor. Let me show you something real quick. And she's got it. Look at this beautiful one here, right here. We showed you this on the last one, right? Also, arugula doesn't like a whole lot of nutrients in the beginning. You might want to try some with just water. Look at this one. This one was under the grow lights. Some that I grew last week I had in the house because it got down to 32 degrees out here, right? Does spinach take a long time to start showing up? Yeah, spinach takes a long time, and then it needs to stay cool. Do you know about the nutrient content of cut and come again types? No, everyone's got to be a little different. And you guys, you can Google this, and that's why these people should know everything, because they can Google it. And if they're selling it, everything that they have, they should have the nutrient content of it with them in a little notebook. But you can Google it, like whichever one. If you take this one right here, right, and that's pea shoots, that has different nutrients than the tatsoi. That has different nutrients than the radish. They all, and it depends if you're talking about A, C, E, K, you know, all the different ones that they check, sulforaphane, all of your minerals and that. They're all different. Thank you for the tip, Dogfather. I like that name. But look how beautiful that looks. The ones I took in the house are just sitting by the window with no grow light, right? But it's just sitting by the window looking for the sun. Look at the difference. And you can tell that one's it's leaning because it was leaning towards the window, right? See, this is all compact. That looks nice, beautiful, right? And this is long because it kept stretching. It's trying to get to the sun. So that's what, if you can start, there's nothing wrong with eating these. See, if you take that, put it together, you can get that second bunch up there. You got a nice little group of microgreens, right? But this looks a whole lot better. And this was under the grow lights. And guys, you can start with, look, I started with this, shop lights. Here goes the winner. Terry, congratulations. What time is it? How long have I been running my mouth? 2 hours? Hour and a half? You guys want another giveaway? That was from Jerry. That's a set of adapters from Jerry, Terry. What did I win? You want a set of adapters? That was the blessed chat. Yes, please. All right, adapters or seeds. Then I'll run it. Put adapters or seeds in the chat. Seeds. Either. All right, we'll do seeds first. That was just an adapter, right? A set of adapters she won. Here, set of seeds. And then y'all remind me when, as soon as this goes, y'all remind me and I'll run an adapter, all right? A set of adapters. Anywho, but does people have, let's see, other direction mic? Oh, that way? There we go. I've got this one, I've got two cameras. This one's got like all the stuff on it, so I'm pointing at the actual ones, but this one's like mirrored. I don't know why it's got it backwards on here. You're pointing the wrong way. All right, am I pointing the right way now? My tiny house turned into, yeah, you tiny house. A big one and needs a lot now. Oh, cool. Yes. Okay, cool. Mike. Oh, missed that. Maria would say, do I have it right? Light, the most seeds, but bean sprouts, no. Yeah, Maria, bean sprouts, no light. You can, if you want your bean sprouts to have nice green, but to me it tastes like grass. And you guys know you get bean sprouts traditional, like Asian cuisine and all that. There's no top. There'll be like a little tiny yellow leaf. You go watch my videos. I've got a table full of bean sprouts that I grew one time. I ordered some more. My son keeps asking me for it, and I keep forgetting it's starting to warm up. We're going to grow a lot. Bean sprouts are easy, guys. You can grow it just like this with no light. And actually what we do is we take a big tote. I put a screen on the bottom. You can just use one of these. You know, just a screen like this, like what we had the peas on. Rinse out your mung beans. It's just like peas. We got some more soaking, right? Soak it overnight. Dump it in a tray like this. Cover it up in one of those dark totes. And don't let any light in. And you can have this like under your kitchen counter or something. And you can grow bean sprouts. You don't need a garden or anything. And you can grow a load of them in there. I've got that video on a YouTube. And we'll talk about that like in the group. I can show you guys how to do that. If you show like people like different ways to do it. And if you guys notice, like when I come over and I pull the peas up, or I turn it upside down and the roots are there and the plants are hanging down, like how many other gardeners are doing that? And if you're scrolling and that's the first thing you see is somebody with a bunch of roots and the plants hanging right, you stop for a second and you look. So that's the hook. So if you do that in your video and you put it like 4 minutes into your video and you start out real slow, like, hey, welcome in. I'm Mike Van Doozy and I grow microgreens. So today we're going to be showing you how to plant out some bean sprouts, right? Most people are gone by then. So if you go in the beginning, the first thing you do is pull up a bunch of bean sprouts and they're all hanging there and there's roots going everywhere. People are going to stop and go, what the hell is going on? Then you get them into the thing like this is, you know, this is how I grew it. You know, like we grow a lot of bean sprouts. We eat a lot of bean sprouts, so we got to grow a lot. And this is how we do it, right? So those are different things. These are like the ideas. So we get together and give you ideas. There's lots of hooks that you can do. And I can't make a million videos, you know, but I got a million ideas going through my head. So we're going to be getting together in the groups. We'll give ideas, pass them around. And some of you guys, the good thing about us getting together in a group is that lots of you guys, you're like friendly already, right? Lots of you are going to become friends and you can collaborate. You can help each other out. And so say there's two of you. If it was just me and I'm just growing something, I make a couple of videos. It's tough to make a bunch of videos, but now you're working with someone else. You both can share some video clips. You can take some of mine and then you've got like longer videos and you've got more content and you can edit yours and say, this is what I grew. This is what Cheryl grew, you know, and I did it this way, but Cheryl did it that way. And then Cheryl can do hers and say, I did it this way, but Mike did it this way, right? So you're going to get to know a lot more people. When I first got doing this, I didn't know anyone. I was just making videos on my own for years. Hey, here's the giveaway. And we'll do an adapter right now after this. Let's see. Do you treat your seed before you plant? Ashley, congratulations. Hydrogen peroxide or vinegar? I do not. Somebody was asking about treating a seed. I don't do anything like I said. What I try to teach people is the easiest way to do things. there's a million other ways that you can do things, right? If you're having problems and you need to treat it yourself, or you do want to soak them hydrogen peroxide and things, you can do it. A lot of people do that, especially with like the peas and stuff. Um, the speckle peas, I haven't had any problem. That's what all this stuff is, the speckle pea. That's why I keep using it over and over. I find something that works and I stick with it. I don't need to like try out 42 different types of peas. So I went through, there was a couple that I tried and they did start to turn mushy in that. So I quit using them. If you're having problems with it, you can try to work with that and find something that works with you. And that can all be content, guys. That's that stuff. You don't have to be perfect. You can say, here's my problem I'm having, and this is what I'm trying to do. And people will jump on and say, well, you need to do this or you need to do that. That helps with your engagement and it helps your channel grow in that. Let's see, I have spider mites on my indoor cucumbers. Oh no, like hell. Must be the seeds. Yeah, yeah, they can, and also they're little tiny things. They creep in and stuff. There's different things. Things can come in on us that can float in, mold and stuff, fungus. Things just float in the air too. Algae actually floats in the air and gets into things, and then reproduces in that too. Did you see? Okay, you're talking to someone else. Oh, that's Anika. My speckled peas are blooming. Awesome. They're blooming. So you grew them out? I think we grew some of these out. We actually grew some more speckled peas like last year. Click the back button, then click the back button. You click out of here and click on activity, and it'll show if you purchase something or not. Using an air purifier to help with pest control. Yeah, it can help. And if you got pests, there's this little thing. One of the name brands is Catchy, I think, or something, but it's a little insect thing. And it's got a little sticky pad inside and it's a fan. And basically you put it there and then gnats will get sucked in there and stuck on the pad. And I've heard a lot of people say that works really well. Let's see, I did buy the 27 lifetime tonight, correct? And the adapter. I can't find it. Wolf Tucson. Yeah, Wolf, just DM me. And if not, it's on sale until next weekend. But DM me, and if you can, like I said, if you click out of here and up at the top, there's a little button that has like a little heart on it. It says activity. You click on that, and it'll tell you what purchases you made. And if this was like the last thing you purchased, it should be right on there. Yes, you did. Okay, Miss Wag looked it up. She said yes, you did. Thank you very much. I'm completely off grid in Vermont. Your content has helped get us started. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad it helped. See, this is stuff that I was getting very discouraged prior to finding you. See, guys right there, look at that comment. And that's what, if you go out and you just try to help people and you keep putting content out, and instead of thinking like, I'm going to show people how to plant a blueberry bush and I want to see how many likes and follows and that I get. And if you think like, what can I do to help people? And you keep putting content out like that, this is the kind of stuff that keeps you going. That even though, because your views, your money, everything is like a roller coaster. You have ups and downs. But then what you're going to get is like people like that will come in and start saying thank you. And you help me out. And that's like more important. So if you guys start doing that and you start helping people, like I said, we can all strive to be like millionaires, billionaires or whatever, right? You know, at the end of the day, well, you know, when we're looking back at our life, you know, is it how much money you made or how many people you helped or what kind of impact you had on the world, right? So it's what's important to you. Some people, the money's what's important. But if helping people is important to you, if you focus on that, that'll get you through the rough spots and everything. Because no matter what happens that day or whatever, you know, and you open it up and you have your email or DMs and that, and people are like, thank you, you know, you're helping us, you know. There's people out there that are deciding, trying to make up their mind if they're going to pay their utility bill or if they're going to get groceries. And to me, that's sad. So people in that condition, they can't afford to do, you know, get a big fancy hydroponic system and everything. You know, they're not going to spend $2,000 setting up stuff. but they can go and get stuff out of the recycling bin, right? And you can show them how to grow some food with it. I'm glad I found the microgreen community, the Keep on Growing. Thank you very much. We're glad you're here too. And this is all we're, like I said, and especially like our Facebook group, everybody helps each other out. I don't get a chance to get in there all the time, so but when I do, somebody posts a question and I see a bunch of other people jumping on and just helping them before I even get a chance to get in there, that does my heart good. Hear that you purchased a lifetime twice. So Dipper, you purchased it twice? Mike, a few people purchased it twice. All right, I'll check it out. Jamon did. Alrighty, we'll check it out. Listen, if you guys need to, if you did purchase it twice, you got to cancel it on your end. All you do is you have to go to that purchase, right? And then it says get help with this purchase or something. DM me and I'll send you the instructions on how to do it. You have to ask for the cancellation and then I'll approve it. If I go through and cancel it, my account gets affected. So, and because it looks like I'm selling stuff and I can't deliver. So if I came on and I kept like saying, hey, buy this, and people are buying it, and then I go and start canceling orders, then I can get booted off of here. So what I need you to do is if you bought it twice and you need to cancel one of them, then just go ahead and it'll say get help with this order and it'll say request cancellation, and then I just got to approve it when it comes through on my end. That way you will use anything that works like this. Yeah, thought somebody purchased twice too. Nika, thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. We're on here just having fun tonight. And you just got out of the hospital too. But we appreciate you. Thank you. Y'all do little purple hearts for Nika. But guys, this is what I want to help people. Like I said, I don't need to I can make a lot of money just holding somebody's hand and just teaching them. They'll pay a lot of money to learn how to do social media, and I can charge them a lot of money and help a couple people make like a lot of money and grow it. I want to help more people. So if people just need to make, I started out, I thought, first thing I did was I didn't know I could get monetized. So I worked to get monetized, turn it on. And I called my wife in the next month and I said, look, and she looked and it was 25 cents. And she said, what's that? And I said, I made money on YouTube. And she said, great, we're rich, right? And I said, no, I just needed to know that I could do it. Now I just got to figure out how to scale it. So I get excited about like the little thing when something first happens, when I started like Amazon affiliate links. You know, you go apply for it, I get approved, I'm posting links and that, and sitting waiting for somebody to click one of the links and for you to get, you know, your little commission. It comes up as probably like 4 cents or something, right? And I get excited about it because I'm like, cool, now I just got to figure out how to take that and scale it. Other people will sit and the first thing will come in, they'll go, oh great, I got a quarter. Then the next time they're like, oh, I'm up to $1.25. And the next month they're like, I'm up to $50 and I spent 3 months working, right? That's their mentality, and then they quit. Instead of thinking that all of these things are going to stack up. So you've learned how to do that. You just keep consistently posting that content, but then you take that content and then you find a way to put a link in it. So now you've got people, you know, those videos, if you make evergreen videos, which most of our gardening stuff is evergreen because somebody's always going to come by and say, how do I grow pea shoots, right? Those videos keep living on. So one of my videos from 2017 has like millions of views on YouTube. People still click it and still watch it, and it still generates money. That one's made like $12,000. Just that one little video was a stupid 7-minute video or something, and I was doing something stupid in it. But it showed people how to start doing the cracky thing in the downspouts. That thing still gets views today. So these things keep living on, so they keep stacking up and stacking up. And that's when you start making, that's when you got the passive income. Like that video I made in 2017 is still working. But then you don't just stop and go, hey, that video is going to live forever. I'm going to retire, right? You keep stacking and stacking on top of it. So, like I said, you can start flipping items to get money rolling in. We're gonna have the online course, right? We're gonna have. I put my ebook in there. We're gonna have that bundled somewhere. And if you guys just want to start putting out content, you don't have to be on the videos either. You can do it. They call it faceless YouTube videos and that. You can just put stuff out. Let's see. I still look at them. Cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, look at the old ones. Um, and all you have to do is like drop links to like the course, and you can put, there's a million ways we can do it, and we're going to teach you how to do all this. And if you guys don't know how to use stuff like Canva to make graphics, like on Instagram you see, like, there'd be a picture, we can come in like this, we can just screenshot it, right? You can just screenshot it and put up, little captions on it. We teach you how to do that. And you can take my stuff if you want. You can take yours and put, here's mine versus what Mike Van Duzer did if you want, or we're gonna have some where I'm not even in it. And you can just have a picture and go, hey, this is how you do this, right? We'll have a bunch of different clips, and there's gonna be easy ways for you to go on. Guys, you will not believe how easy it is to edit videos nowadays compared to 10 years ago. Here's the one thing, I don't know if you guys seen like a background remover, right? And if it was me and this was like, I wasn't straightened out, I want to take that out and put like a big garden behind me, right? Back in the old days, we would take it and it's called masking, and we'd have to click these little points all around me, get them all just right, fiddle with it. It would take hours and hours. Some people spend days. And then chroma key, get things taken off and then replace it. Right now with AI, you just click and go, click, you click on me and it outlines me. You put remove background, it just removes it. And now they can even do it with video, where that would take us forever, because each frame, when it's moving, you would have to move that mask and keep moving it. Now AI does it. There's so much that y'all can do. And like you said, I want you guys to learn the basics and don't get complicit, don't get lazy, because AI is not there yet. 99% of the AI videos where they take it and they just let AI clip their stuff for them, and it's called like Opus Clip and stuff like that. It's like crappy videos, and they get barely any views. The ones that get views are the ones that would have got views anyway. It's like Joe Rogan. He can take his stuff and just put it in there, let AI clip it and just put it out there. People are going to stop and watch it, right? I can put it in if mine's not just right. And like I said, if you can lose people in 3 seconds or something, if mine's not just right, AI's making a crappy job of it. So people are just putting their stuff in there going, wow, I've got content to put out now. And we're like, well, big deal. You got content, but it's not good content. So they put a bunch of that out and wonder why stuff isn't happening. It's because they're not putting one out and another one and another one and analyzing it and adjusting. They're just feeding the machine, getting a bunch of stuff out because it saved them work, because they're lazy, posting it and then going, YouTube hates me or Facebook hates me, and then it won't, push my content to anyone. It's because you're putting out crappy videos, and that's what everyone's doing. So, like I said, it's tough doing it on your own, and if you don't know everything, you're always guessing. So we're going to be, in groups. I'm going to teach you guys, the most important thing is the hook, like we were talking about, like grabbing the chicken, right? Think of different hooks that you can do. Watch you guys are consuming right now. They tell people stop consuming and create. Stop consuming, get off the video and go make video. And that's what happened to people, is they stopped watching what's going on. They started making a bunch of content. They got tired of it. They feed it into AI. It spits out a bunch of crappy videos. They're not watching what's important anymore because they're out just making a bunch of crap and dumping it on there. But if you keep watching, it's the important thing, because this thing changes all the time. This thing can change from month to month, and what used to work might not work anymore. There might be a trend that pops off and you can jump on that trend right then, but like a month from now it's not going to work, right? So you got to keep up with things and keep the ideas flowing. And that's what we're going to do, is we jump on there, and some of y'all, we might jump in a group, and some of y'all might have like an idea that you've been thinking about and didn't know how to execute on it, and spitballing, and we come up with an idea that works, right? So like I said, I can only film so much. We're doing all of this. Like, we spend hours here on the weekend doing this, right? Uh, so that's time that I'm not spending editing. And if you guys got time to do it, if you learn the basics, you can start pumping out content, but you can pump out content that's going to work. And you learn how to do hooks so that when you first think, I'm going to make this video, we're going to show people how to grow these pea shoots. Instead of just thinking that, yeah, good night, Danielle, whoever's going, I got my sunflowers feed store. Ooh, 50 pounds. I got some sunflowers coming in tomorrow. But what do you call it? Instead of just thinking I'm going to make this video, right? You got to think before you even make that video, uh, what's going to be the hook? How am I going to get people to stop? How am I going to get people to keep watching it, right? Do you like ChatGPT to help? Yes, 4Cheese. And that's what you use it for. People are using it wrong. They're using it to get lazy. As they'll go on there, like right now, I can say jump in a group and I'm going to give you an outline for a story or whatever. And I could jump in ChatGPT and just go, give me an outline for a story for this or whatever. And just give it to you. And that's what they're doing. A lot of the courses and all this, all these people are selling courses, buy this, get in my membership. They're going to ChatGPT and saying, write me an outline, make me a course for this. And it spits it out and they're taking it and just putting it up and saying, hey, pay me $1,500 and getting this course. That's what a lot of stuff is out there right now. You guys got to be careful. There's a lot of people selling things where there was a lot of courses and a lot of people making things before. Now people jump on AI and it spits it out in 10 minutes and they just put that up and do another one and do another one. AI is taking like some of the famous celebrities, newscasters and that have legitimate channels, millions of followers and that, and they're copying, they're ripping their videos, taking it, transcribing it. You can take it and put it into a video. I use Descript. You can use a platform like Descript and it'll transcribe it for you. So you put it in, it transcribes it. They take that transcription and they feed it into an AI voice cloning. So now they change the voice, but it's the same exact script, plug it back into it. And if they need to, they change the pacing a little bit. And then they've got one that can lip sync that back to it. And it looks like that actual person saying it with a different voice. And they make entire channels copying every time that person, the news person or whatever, or celebrity comes up, puts out a video, especially like the people are doing news commentary because they're just sitting there talking, right? Every time they put one up, they take it, feed it through that machine in 10 minutes, spit it out, put out a video. Then when people see it come on, that's that actual person. They think that's the actual video. And sometimes you're watching it, and after you watch them for a few minutes, you look down at the bottom and it doesn't have their name. It's some like foreign name or something on it. And there's tons of channels doing that right now. And with all of the online education and things and people like doing like courses, this is why it's like you guys kind of know me. And we're all, we'll get together. I'm not like AI. And we're going to be in a group. We'll be on a Zoom meeting talking, right? The ones that are just selling digital products. If it's just like, hey, buy this, you just go and they're not in it at all. It's just a digital product. Chances are all they did was go to ChatGPT and the question that you were asking, they just fed it into ChatGPT. And they said, write me a course, that helps people with this. Make it 4 modules long and make it eight lessons in each module, right? Give me an idea for a video for each one. They'll feed that into another AI thing and they'll create little video clips for it. All this stuff's out there. They do that, they put it out, and then they run ads and say, hey, do you want to learn how to do this? Jump in here. And they're not even in it. And it's all on autopilot. And it's all done by AI, and it's all the same old slop going around. As soon as I see AI, I'm out. Yeah, there's a lot. When it first came out, it was just like pictures, and you guys saw me making like some funny pictures. I thought that was kind of funny. AI's just gotten out of hand. They need to like put a stop to it like right now. We could stop right now because it's doing way more than it used to. We could say this, we're going to just use this instead of like they want to take it to the next level, and they're taking over like God's country out there and turning it into big server farms and everything because of all the electricity and water that it needs, right? And to do what? To do more than what we got. So it's getting into everything. It's taking jobs. And right now, if we just stop, we've got more than we had for. I mean, look at what it's doing right now. All the stuff that it's doing. Lynn, welcome to the club. Yeah, it's scary. So, I mean, we could put the brakes on it right now. People would have more than enough to play with it for like 10 years, all the stuff that we have. Why does it have to keep getting more and more and more if it's going to just be using up resources? And people have like spent their life and bought homes in the country with like beautiful view and stuff. And they're ready to retire, and now all of a sudden they're clear cutting like acres and acres and starting to build up these big server farms, and there's just this humming and pollution, and it's messing up everybody's groundwater, and people's wells are drying up and stuff like that. And it's also, we can make funny pictures and do little AI videos. It's really disheartening. So just be careful. There's a lot of stuff out there. The videos, if people tell you, hey, you need content, all you have to do is this, I can show you how to make 100 videos that you can put on YouTube in like 10 minutes. And you're like, well, if you can do it and you know nothing about social media, how many other people out there can do it? So right now it's a problem because all those people are doing it and dumping. Before AI, YouTube was getting 500 hours of video uploaded every minute. So every minute that went by, there was 500 hours worth of videos being uploaded. That was before AI started. Now you can imagine how much stuff is just being dumped in there and dumped in there. So they're going to have to find a way to like just filter it out, or we're just going to be inundated with just AI slop. Let's see, can I buy this in someone else's name? I would like my daughter. Yeah, you sure can. If you buy it and they join the Facebook group, like somebody bought like two, just let me know. And once we get in the Facebook group, I'm also going to be building like an opt-in page. We'll have like your email, and we'll know different people's emails. And then I think one of the programs that we're going to sign up with, we'll be signing up with the email. And I'm getting one set up for like the affiliate links, so people who just want to like drop affiliate links, just sell, like they don't want to make their own course. We're going to get that set up. I think it uses like PayPal or Stripe or something for payouts. How can you know if AI creates is accurate? Yeah, you can't. You've got to like really research it yourself. Listen, here's a quick example. And I've seen like a lawyer talking about this too. But just me personally, I looked up just out of curiosity. Now, you guys, if you're putting up content, if you put up music, there's copyright music, right? So if you just use like any music, you can get copyright strikes and copyright claims, and we'll explain that in a group. And I just asked like AI something about copyright, which I wasn't asking about it. I said, can you use like copyright music in a video, to see what it would say. And it was saying, no, you could get a copyright, claim or whatever. And then it said, however, it said you could use less than 30 seconds. You could change the pitch. It started going through all these scenarios, like however, like how to get by it. And these were things that people had used like years and years ago, where when I first started, they were telling each other how to do it. And even then it wasn't working, that YouTube, Facebook, all of these things were finding ways to catch that and for it not to work. And if you did get caught, you would, lose your channels and stuff. So this was like information about that was wrong, that you shouldn't be doing it. But people would be like on Reddit saying, hey, you could do that. Everybody's always trying to find some way. Instead of just putting in the work and doing the right thing, they want to find some kind of shortcut, right? Or some way around things. And this was stuff that was going around the internet, was all these people that were trying to find a way around it. And AI was giving me a list of these things of what I could do, which are like totally against the law. You shouldn't be doing it, right? But AI was telling me that's what I could do. And when you say, hey, I don't think those are legal, or I don't think you should do that, it's like, oh yeah, you're right. So you got to watch, because that's what it's going to come up with. It's going to take all information out there and kind of pull it in. And it's not really a brain, it's an algorithm. And it's going to spit out what's most popular and everything. So what's most popular isn't always what's right. Good night, Anika. And get some rest in that. And thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the tip and the blessed chat and everything. And I hope you feel better. Me and my wife are thinking about you. But yeah, guys, so one thing we're talking about, we're gardeners and everything, right? And we're doing this. This works for anything. The things that I teach are like the hook and how to keep people engaged, and the way YouTube works different from Facebook than Instagram and TikTok. And I didn't just put content out on all of them at one time. It's when something's working somewhere. YouTube was like the king at first, right? On there. And Gary Vee, I was following him. He said, Facebook Reels are popping now. I got on Facebook, started posting there. That took off. Then goes Instagram Reels are back. Get over there. You know, TikTok. He kept saying TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. I went and did that. So you watch a different thing. So this is what we're in the group. And if you go, and there's going to be some gurus out there, and you got to be careful because they got lucky, like on Facebook. They're going to be on there and tell you how to make money and using social media and using Facebook. And they've only got Facebook, and they learned to do that one thing. And they might have did it 10 years ago. Everything's changed. Everything changes month to month. So what they did 10, 5, 2 years ago might not work today. And if they haven't done it on all the different platforms, then they've only learned that. So if you just learn Instagram, and that's what you go in on, and then you lose your Instagram account, everything's gone, right? Right now, what happens if something happens on Facebook, right? I still got YouTube. And then I can make YouTube videos and say, hey, I've got a new Facebook group, you know, a new Facebook page, you know, go check that out. You start integrating. You get people to an email list, then I can always email people and say, hey, my channel is gone. I've started a new one, right? Crumb City Cookies, welcome in. What's up? Covert, what's up? Here's the cookies. Hey, y'all go check out Crumb City Cookies. We're just talking about social media. I use Facebook to admin for a special group. I'm the only admin and no other special media. Well, that's cool. So you want, look at all those greens. Yeah, here you go. Hey, we're talking about social media. And people, we got a lot of people growing. We're starting a little group we're going to be in, so y'all can get in there. Here, I'll run a giveaway for y'all. The people are popping in here. What number is this? This microgreen seeds. Everybody jump in this. Listen, guys, this one's, what number is it? 7. Look, whoever wins this giveaway, hey, this is 8 packs of microgreen seeds. Like all that stuff growing back here. What is this, number 7? Whoever wins number 7, if you haven't got the lifetime access to the group membership, I'll include it free. Okay? So whoever wins that, let me know. And if you haven't got the lifetime access, I'll stick it in with that. You get a little card. I have this on a little welcome card, and there's a little QR code. That's to the Facebook group. That's where we're all going to get together at first. And as I build this thing out over the next month, you guys are going to be helping me. I'm going to be finding out what people need. And from there, we're going to be posting updates. We're going to be teaching people how to make videos. We're going to be teaching them how to, everyone here, we're gardeners, so you can do this, but we're going to be showing people how to make videos like that. But it also transfers into cookies, baking, if you like bike riding or whatever. So we're teaching people how to make videos. We're talking about like the hook, you know, and how things work, and things change like all the time. Things that worked 10 years ago, we were just talking about 5 years ago, you know, don't work today. So we're making a little group. It's going to be a lot of fun. But anyhow, there's a giveaway for the seeds. And if you guys want, the next one's going to come up is going to be these adapters that fit inside of mason jars. That's those right here. We'll do that right after we pull that one. We've been having back-to-back giveaways, right? Except when I get to run in my mouth and I forget. We'll have another giveaway with some of the adapters on the next one. Thank you, Maria. There's Crumb City. Y'all go ahead and follow them. I've got one of your cookies still right here. Right, a bunch of them. Your cookies are going to be, this one thing, guys. I want a bunch of cookies. Here's a crumbioso, right? Yeah. Anyhow, I want a bunch of cookies. I got them in the refrigerator and freezer. They're all packed. Guys, when I tell you we're going to be making videos, I made some cookie videos, right? We'll do that too because we're all doing plants. I'm going to share those videos so you guys can take clips. I'm going to show you guys, like when we learn, like some of the stuff you all saw me how to do this and how I edited those videos. I'm going to be teaching you guys inside of that group how to edit it so the same way so you guys can do it. Like what goes into like planning the videos and doing a different shot. So if you saw like this cookie like flying around or spinning around and you're wondering how that got done, I'm going to show you the simple way that I did it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And that's what our group's about, is that, you know, we're doing things, everybody. We're going to do stuff so that you can grow an audience and everything. And I don't want you guys to be crippled by trying to make things perfect and trying to compete with everyone else. Just do it enough that you get that hook, you get their attention, you keep their attention, and you help people, you deliver value. So if you keep helping people, you're going to grow. People are going to listen. If you're out there just making videos and just pumping them out there, you're not going to get anywhere. All right, I'm not going to keep y'all here all night. So what we're going to do is I'm going to draw this. Ready? All right, this is for the seeds in the lifetime giveaway, lifetime access. Ed, not Ed, that's Virginia. I always say Ed from the beginning. Virginia, did you get the lifetime access yet? Let me see if it comes up here. So Virginia, if you didn't get the lifetime access yet, you've got it. If you want it, you don't have to be in it. Yippee. And I'm going to run another one, guys, right quick. So if anything, she won the seeds. And I'll throw it in your package. Guys, this giveaway here is for a couple of these adapters. Cammy got lifetime access. Welcome in. Welcome aboard. Guys, we've got a membership where I'm teaching people how to use social media. The people who just came into. It's in the, I've got it right down here. But what's going to happen is, right now it's $27 this week. Next week it's going to be $47. That's lifetime access. So you're in. You're one of the OGs. You guys are going to be the ones that are helping me build it out. And by the end of February, the 4th week, it's going to be up to $97. So right now you get it for $27. After that, lifetime membership is going to be $1,200. So right now you get something that's going to be $1,200. You're getting it for $27. If you don't want like lifetime membership, it's going to be $35 a month. So if you want to get in the group, $35 a month, you learn a lot. You learn how to do social media. You want out, you can get out. But I want people to think long term. Like if you're getting into social media, and if you start doing this and you start making money, and you start building a business, you're not going to quit, right? You're in it for the long haul, and you're always going to need ideas. So that's what we're doing in the group, is that we're getting in there. And lots of people, the reason why they get burnout is because they run out of ideas. And we're going to get in there and help each other. When will it go up? It'll be next week. I'm going to live stream, I think, Friday. So you have till next Friday. So it's going to be 27 till next Friday. Will my daughter and I need separate memberships? Cheryl, no, you're special. You're one of the OGs. You don't. If she can view it from your computer, whatever. You know, when I go out to the general public, I'll be more strict about everything. You guys are all my buddies. So, no, and if it's going to help you and your family make a little extra cash in that, no. You know, whatever you need, I want to help you. Mike, I did order 2. So that was, who's that? Can I donate 1 to someone you think might benefit? Yeah, you definitely can. That would be awesome. See, that's why I love this community. And let's see, it's hard to see. Is that Kesak? Kesakane. She said she bought 2 accidentally and she wants to donate 1 to someone. Yes, it's me. Yeah, definitely if you want. So I got the giveaway going right now, that adapter. When that one runs, we'll do another seed. And this is from Kessa Kane. She bought two and she said she'll donate one to y'all. Okay? All right, so let's draw this one. Look, we're having giveaways like every couple minutes. All right, this adapters. And you guys are awesome. See, it's not just me. This is all of y'all. Dipper, congratulations. You won a set of adapters. And this from Kessa Kane. She's donating a lifetime membership to our group to you. Are you able to watch the shows on replay, like if I miss parts of it? Yeah, like this one. Yeah, if you bought something, Jerry, you can go back and watch the replay. If you go back to like where your purchases are in that, and it's got like your video receipt, and you can watch it. Well, yeah, aren't they nice? There's a lot of nice people in here, and people always helping each other out and everything. I love y'all. All right, seed giveaway. This one right here, you can get a pack of seeds, and it's from Kessa Kane. This is a lifetime membership into our group. So guys, this is you're getting in on the ground floor, right? It doesn't matter if you start. If you're not ready and you don't want to start yet, when we get started March 1st with all these tutorials, and we're going to have private live streams, we're going to have Zoom meetings. So if you're not comfortable on camera yet, we're going to be in a group where you guys get on here. We're going to be, you guys seen what a Zoom meeting is, right? You can start off just coming in and listening, and then you can come in and turn on your audio and talk with us. Then you can come in and turn on your video and get comfortable just talking with a group of people. We're not going to be like here on YouTube and Facebook where the general public comes in. We're going to be in a private setting. You're going to be among friends, and you're going to get comfortable talking with each other. You guys are going to form friends. You're going to collaborate with each other. You're going to have easier ways to make content. If there's a bunch of gardeners in there, you guys get on there and collaborate. And now with the internet, I'll show you how to use like StreamYard and how to Zoom or whatever, OBS, and you guys can make videos, and you can sit there and have a podcast with each other. From what it could be me, and I have a podcast with one of my buddies that are in like Australia, right? You guys met like Marty will come on a show and talk, and you guys can have more content like that. There's a myriad of things to do. You guys are not alone. That's what years ago when I started, it was just me. It's like a lonely thing being a creator. And nowadays when we do something like this group, you can have a lot of other people that are going to help you. And right now you've got lifetime access. Somebody in Kessa Kane just gave away lifetime access to one of you, whoever's going to win this. That it doesn't matter if you get ready this month or next month, or you're just you're in there for good. If it's next year and you decide, hey, I want to get started, you're in our group. Mike, Lynn also purchased two and would like to donate. Lynn, so Lynn said she purchased two. How's everybody purchasing two? That's awesome. Lynn's going to give one away too. So this one, when this one goes, we got another one that somebody's going to give away. Thank you, Hummingbird, for letting me know. The chat's like going by fast. With all of now that I have mods, the chat's like this tiny and like one or two, and it's just going by like really fast. You guys are awesome. All right, guys, so that's going to be another one. And listen, and I want to make this like a no-brainer. What happens if you get this and like I don't deliver? You got $27, right? What's that like going to McDonald's? You and your spouse going out to McDonald's. So I want to do it for the OGs. Is that this is a no-brainer? It's like, what are you risking? And you're weighing like lifetime membership. This is, once we get going, the people are coming in are going to be paying monthly. Some people pay $1,200 right off the bat. There's my online course. Is a couple of, how many people have like taken my online course? It's like 12 videos that are like 10 minutes long. It's not big. And it's $25. Sometimes I had it for like $9. But there's people, I put it out there when I first put it out. I could put it for $99. and I would get sales today. And people watch it because you're saving people time. If you go on my YouTube channel, there's hundreds of videos, and I've put a lot on private. I've deleted a lot. I would have like 1,000 videos. You imagine looking through all my stuff trying to figure out just how to do this, right? But if I can say, hey, you go to my online course. There's a dozen videos, 10 minutes. It's not going to take you but a couple of hours, and you're going to be able to know how to do this. How much time have I saved someone? What's your time worth? That's what you're selling. You're not selling like a little online course. You're not selling. You're selling. What you're doing is you're saving people time, because they're going to try to figure it out anyway, and they might spend weeks, months, years trying to figure it out, going through all this trial and error, and you're going to teach them how to do it in a couple of hours. That's priceless. So people will pay. People will pay for it. Here's the giveaway, guys. This is from Kessa Kane. And then we've got another one from Lynn. All right, here's Kessa Kane. Psycho Case. Psycho Case, have you got the lifetime membership yet? If he hasn't got the lifetime membership, then he's got one now. No, I haven't. Now you have, Psycho Case, and that was from Kessa Kane. Isn't that awesome? All right, so we got Psycho Case in there. Here's another one, guys. This one's from Lynn. Lynn bought 2. No problem. Hey, this is just the beginning. Wait till we all start doing this. You know what? And like I said, if you guys go with the expectation with, if you learn, like when I get excited when I first got at 25 cents, but then I said, oh, I got to scale it. And then you learn how to do affiliate links, and I scale that. Then I got monetized here. Then I got monetized on TikTok. Then I got monetized on Instagram. That it all builds and builds. When you start getting that little bit in, what I think of is like my AdSense first started coming in was 25 cents, then a couple of bucks, then 20. And I think, wow, if I get it to 60 bucks or 80 bucks, that's my internet bill, which it was back then. Then it's up to a little over 100. I'm like, wow, this takes care of my electricity bill. Then it's up to a couple $100. I'm like, it's taking care of my electricity bill and my phone bill, right? So you think you're doing this and it's paying for, so now I've got free electricity, right? Not I'm making a couple $100, right? So you're thinking, wow, that paid my electric bill, or that paid this bill. Let me keep making content. Then let me figure out how to get my affiliate links going. Then let me figure out how to do this, and then start cross-posting. And then you have your content like everywhere, right? It's not going to all work. Whatever works on TikTok is not going to work on YouTube and Facebook. Those people are all different, right? If I post all this right on LinkedIn, I haven't paid attention to LinkedIn because I got to get on there and act more businesslike and do things a little different. And if I had the time, I could lean into that. I could study it, and I could figure it out, and I could grow a following on LinkedIn, which could generate more traffic and leads. So whatever y'all want to do, all you have to do is just figure it out, just like the 3D printers. I don't know that much about 3D printing, but I've got like 6 machines running right now, right? But it's just printing all of these things, and I'm showing people how they can benefit from it and how to use it, right? So we can teach you all that too. So if you guys want to go get 3D machines, and I've got the files that you can use, and we've got somebody who's like going to be in a farmer's market, they can actually print their own and go out there and start selling it. But there's a million things that you can do, and that's the one thing is that we're going to do is this membership's going to be is basically what I'm calling is this keep on growing, right? So it's COG, K-O-G. So you guys are going to see COG Cafe. It's going to be a little cafe. It's where we all get together, and the COG is kind of like a cog, so it's K-O-G, but it's also like the gears. We get the gears going. It's going to be ideas. So it's going to give you guys ideas and stuff that keep going, because that's what I found out with a whole lot of creators out there. Was not that they didn't know anything. It's not like they weren't, experts like at what they do. They just run out of ideas, because what happens is like how to grow a tomato. How many different ways are there to grow tomato, right? And they're all out there. So everybody's putting it in, you know, here's a determinate tomato, here's an indeterminate, you know, you want to do this, you want to do that. And the big channels out there have already did all that. And there's a lot of people out here. There's people who have followed me for years and kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've taught me so much. You've helped me. We're saving money, you know, all of this. And then when I go over and switch to doing permaculture instead of hydroponics, I'm like, I want to try permaculture. They come on and go, I didn't sign up for this. And I don't want to watch that. If I want to learn that, I'm going to go watch James Pierogi or whatever, or I'm going to go watch Charles Dowding. I'm not going to watch you. And these are people that have followed me for years and said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then it's like, oh, why are you changing? Right? So people are like that, and it's funny. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Can the membership really get the files to print our own, Mike? Like for my machine? Yeah, Gila Ridge. Just let me know. I've actually got a couple out there. What I'll do for you, like if anybody's in the group, I actually get you the files. I've got to go through. If you want my name on it, my name, if you guys notice, like on these, it's got my name on the leg. I stopped putting my files out on Thingiverse. I've got some of these on Thingiverse if you want to print them. But somebody was going through and printing these up crappy. If anybody knows anything about 3D printing, there's different settings. You can set your machine up to print really fast and crappy. And people were doing that, selling it. It had my name on it, and then people are coming back to me asking me for a refund. I'm like, that's not my piece of crap. Somebody else made that. And I gave them free ones, new ones, and somebody else sold them something and made the money, and I gave them a replacement. Gila Ridge! See, that's because she was talking. She was asking a question, and she won. But yeah, there's a couple out there. If you want, I can go into the program and take my name off. And you can have it like that if you're wanting to sell it without, you don't need to say keep on growing or go watch Mike Van Duzer or anything. Just show them, print those up yourself and go friggin' sell them. But Kelly, right? You've emailed me before. Just email me and we can chit chat back and forth. And you guys, if anybody needs anything, I might not have time like one-on-one for a lot of people, but we're getting group chats and all that. If you guys got questions and we can discuss things like this, or you can email me. And most of the things, if you guys have bought anything, this card that I drop in there, it's got my email on the bottom there. And that's the one, I think, Kelly, you've seen that, right? You guys can just go ahead and just check that out. Who won that? I wasn't watching. Hold on, I just bought a lifetime membership. What do I receive? Let's see. Is that Joanne? Joanne, you're going to get a card. I haven't got this one put on it. This is a little sticker. It's going to be on a card. There's going to be a QR code there. There's a little bit telling you what's going on. You click that, scan that QR code. It's going to take you to my private Facebook group. You guys all asked to get in there. When you get this, my wife will let you in. And it's a private group. Y'all get in there, and that's where I'm going to be posting updates on what's going on, where we're building everything out, where we're going to have, like if we have a Zoom meeting, I'll post a link in there. So that's where everything's going to be happening. And then a couple of people don't use Facebook. So what we're going to do is I'll get your email, and whenever I post a link, I'll try to email everyone too. Mike, did we just search your name on Thingiverse? Trying to think. I think I put on as Mr. Doozy one. Give me 1 second. I'm not seeing it come up here. I was on my other computer. But yeah, look for Mike Van Duzy or look for Mr. Doozy 1, I think. Thingiverse is just a website where people upload files. And I took a couple of mine and I was uploading it. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Welcome in. Who's that, Nori girl? Yeah, this is another thing I was talking about. I said I always want to give more than I receive. Give, right? Like so you're always giving it. If I ask you to thumbs up, if I ask you to double tap, everything that I ask you to do, I'm asking, I'm receiving. And I always want to give more, right? And when I first started doing this, like you guys are like, did you patent it? I'm like, no, I actually like took some of the files and put them up and let people print them themselves. There's people out there selling like my stuff. Amazon will take. I was selling on Amazon. Amazon will put my stuff up. They would take somebody who took my stuff, printed it up. It has my name on it. They would flip it around backwards so you can't see. Keep on growing. And Amazon, they would undercut my price, and Amazon would put, when somebody would click my link and my thing came up, Amazon would put theirs right beside mine at a cheaper price, right? So people always do things in it. So, but if I sweat that and I worry about it and I go after people and all I'm doing is just worrying, and your stomach's in a knot, then you're not going to get anywhere, right? There's abundance. There's enough. There's 8 billion people on the planet, and I can't make 8 billion devices, right? So what we do is I don't worry about it. It's out there. The worst that can happen is that they sell some things and somebody else learns how to grow something. People took like my ebook. I tell people, you get my ebook, freaking copy it. You have your PDF now, go sell it, right? Take my ebook, rip it your own, just take it, put your name in there, change out the pictures, put some of your own pictures, you've got your own ebook. You get my course, take it, transcribe it, just read the words that I said. I actually put the transcription in there. All you got to do is take that and read it. Put your own pictures, you've got your own course. Kleber, congratulations, welcome in. If I worry about like people like, and people, I love people too because they're watching out for me. They're like, is this you? You know, there's another channel, here's this and that. Most of the copyright claims that I get, you know, I could say, hey, remove that, remove that. You know, people like posting my videos. I'm like, so what? Some other people see it, and the people who watch that went out and learned to grow their own food. You know, big deal. You know, that's actually, you know, kind of awesome. Other people like, oh my God, they're using my content. They're using my content. That's mine, right? So we're always thinking me, instead of like us and we. And if you think you're going to get to everyone, you're not. There's no way. And chances of everybody, you know, if I was just like a big celebrity and I put out a video and everything got millions of views, yeah, and people like sucking off of it here and there and that, you know, it might get to you in there, everything. But we're all little. The chances that all of us, our audiences are overlapping and somebody's stealing from you, and that if you make a big deal out of it, it's going to make any dent in what you're doing. All it's going to do is cause you to get a friggin' ulcer, and it's going to waste time that you're chasing all of these things that aren't going to move the needle for you, and it's taking time away from what you should be leaning into is what's working, and you helping people, and you just keep leaning into that. Joni, congratulations and welcome in. Let's see, if your course is available, the links from YouTube doesn't work. Yeah, I'm switching everything up. I'm actually updating them. Believe it or not, that course was from back when we were in lockdown. And I updated it one time. I just reread the same thing. And I want it to be something that y'all can like give out affiliate links. And guys, the new people are just signing up. Another way, if you don't want to make content, my course and everything, you're going to be able to tell people like, hey, I grew this. And the way I learned how to grow this stuff was I watched this course. I took this course from Mike Van Duzen. It's only like $25 or whatever. We're going to have it set up so that you make 80% of it. So like all of these things like Amazon, if I give you a link, if I say, you hear all of that, people going, hey, we use this jar, you know, if the link's down in the description, right? If you go down and you click on that, those people most likely make between 3 and 5%. So if somebody like clicks on something, you know, like it's $10 or something, making like 3 cents or 30 cents or something, right? So what we're doing is that you're going to be able to like send people to the course if they sign up for it. You're going to make 80% of it. And we're just doing that, and then the rest just goes to, you know, we've got to have stuff to actually run all of the stuff. But you're going to be making a lion's share instead of like people putting in the work and getting like 5% or 10%, like whatever most of the affiliate things are. We're going to do it at 80%. Let's see, vice versa. Dana say, You bought the same stuff. Hey, who won the last giveaway? I have another giveaway here because that was the. Someone just do a blessed chat. Is that Joni? I got a blessed chat. Healer Ridge was the one that won the last. Healer Ridge, did you get the lifetime membership yet? Yes, Joni, blessed chat. Thank you very much, Joni. Everybody say thank you, Joni. That's going to be a set of adapters. All right. All right, that's running right now. All right, so we've got, let me check on, I forgot, I got YouTube and Facebook going here. Hope you guys are doing all right over here. I'm going to sign off with you guys real quick. And we'll catch up one night. YouTube, Facebook, I'm going to come over there and not be on whatnot so that I can just pay attention to y'all. But I hope you have a happy weekend. I'll try and jump in sometime tomorrow. If not, we'll be on here during the week, all right?